In today's video, we're going to be taking a look here at these current conditions, as always, diving into the upcoming pattern and some severe weather as well. Let's just get straight into things, though, and first things first, we're taking a look at our current radar imagery, where there actually is quite a bit of activity taking place here. We can see that for a lot of the four corner states up through the Rockies, we're still dealing with some of these showers and thunderstorms around for a lot of these states, all the way from Washington down through Arizona and New Mexico there. We see that there is a line of thunderstorms and showers taking place up here in the upper Midwest, the Plains, and the Ohio Valley. And then the southeast all the way through the Gulf states, we can see that there is some activity around in here, kind of how it has been for multiple days now. There's just this humid and high temperature conditions that are leading towards thunderstorm probabilities and showers and all sorts of stuff. Let's just get started by zooming into the northwest real quickly. We can see that for the coast of Washington and Oregon, it looks like there's some precipitation headed your way, especially there in Washington. I'm pretty confident that a lot of this will make its way here for a lot of the coastal regions. It seems like you guys will be impacted by that. Inland a little bit there, we can see that there is some showers, sporadic showers going on, and then especially up here in Idaho and Montana, we're seeing some showers taking place, maybe even thunderstorms here for the mountains of Idaho and Montana there, or heavier showers at the very least. Now we can see as we move our way further south for the four corner states, areas like in here, we're seeing mostly lighter showers to maybe moderate showers. It looks like there is some heavier pockets, especially there in New Mexico as well as Utah. And at times here in Nevada, it's been pretty heavy as well. But these are actually more widespread than we've seen mostly recently. So it's definitely going to be on the heavier side of things compared to what it has been, like I said. Now, as we take a look here at the kind of upper Midwest region, Ohio Valley and Plains region, we can see a lot of showers taking place in here, mostly showers here on the southern end. But on the northern end, this is looking more like thunderstorms to me, especially kind of there in Iowa. It looks like we're seeing a lot of that type of activity, and even Wisconsin there as well, where things are just a little bit heavier. Would not be surprised if you're seeing some thunder and lightning in there, as well as just very, very heavy rainfall for probably an hour or more with how thick that storm is. So pretty big storm rolling through there. Definitely some flooding concerns as well, and a lot of rainfall coming down for sure. Now, for these regions all around here, we can see that there's just thunderstorms and showers around, plentiful amounts of them as well. Mostly thunderstorms on the southern end of things, kind of areas south of there. North of there, it's looking more like mostly showers to me, especially as of the last couple of hours. We're seeing more of what looks like showers and not as much of what looks like thunderstorms. Especially areas more coastal here, like the Outer Banks and other coastal regions of North Carolina that kind of stick out there. As you can see, those areas, we'll even zoom in here, but these areas are seeing the heaviest precipitation, it looks like, here along the Outer Banks and other areas that kind of just stick out a little bit further east than most other areas along the eastern seaboard. This is an area that sees a lot of tropical activity as well because, again, areas east of here are just sticking out further than other regions in the eastern United States. So when you see a hurricane come through, it oftentimes impacts these regions much, much more. And they're kind of like islands, so it's even worse. But we are seeing some heavier thunderstorms at this point, especially here on the southern end. But that one has died down. We'll see it come through. It looks like it has died down as of the last 30 minutes or so, but we'll see what happens through the rest of the morning and into the afternoon. But definitely the Outer Banks are getting hammered with some precipitation down there. That's definitely something that is taking place. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to move on, and we're going to take a look at the upcoming pattern as well as the upcoming severe weather. All right, now here we're taking a look at that upcoming storminess. Let's just take it towards this afternoon. We can see a lot of this activity along the southeastern coast as well as the Gulf Coast is still going on. A lot of this upper Midwest activity is still going on, and some of the Rockies activity is still ongoing at this point. Let's just take this towards Saturday afternoon, and we can see that there will still be some activity along the southeastern and Gulf Coast, but not quite as much. We see some activity up here in the upper Midwest, through the Ohio Valley into the northeast. And we are seeing the coast of Washington and Oregon dealing with some showers. So like I said, that will eventually move towards the coast of Washington, and we still see that taking place there on Sunday, July 17th. We do see that this activity that was in the upper Midwest is now linked up with the eastern United States. So we're seeing kind of overall activity out here by Sunday the 17th, and especially here by Monday the 18th. We're seeing a lot of activity here in the southeast, the northeast, the Ohio Valley. Areas like this are seeing quite a bit of activity in here. as far as thunderstorms and showery activity there. Now for Tuesday, July 19th, we're still seeing some of this up and down the East Coast, but there is some spots in here, obviously, where we're seeing not as much activity. We do see a low developing in here, a 997 millibar low pressure center there for the upper Midwest. That is creating some storminess there for the north central regions of the United States. We're seeing quite a bit of that up there. And then for Wednesday, July 20th here, we are seeing a lot of storminess still for the eastern and the Gulf, or better yet, the Great Lakes states of the United States there, but very, very quiet out west here in the longer range. We see for Friday, July 21st, a lot of storminess here in the eastern 4th or 8th of the nation here, basically the East Coast, and then up into a little bit of the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes there. By Friday, the 22nd, we see, again, a lot of this taking place in here for the southeast and the northeast there. Thunderstorms and showers. And then even for Saturday, July 23rd, we're still seeing that for the southeast. We still see some showers going on here for the Rockies. So we're kind of back to where we started. Very similar pattern here. And then for Sunday, July 24th, we see a lot of activity here along the southeast up through a little bit of the coastal mid-Atlantic there as well. Now, for the total precipitation through the next 10 days, here's what we're looking at. Anywhere in the whites, we're taking a look at practically no precipitations. We see a lot of that for the south central United States and the western United States. We see that the Rockies are expecting some precipitation. And the grays, we're dealing with 1/10 of an inch or less of precipitation. Greens will be 1/10 of an inch to 1/2 an inch. Your blues will be 1/2 an inch to 1 inch. Your yellows will be 1 inch to 2 inches. And then your reds will be 2 to 5 inches of precipitation. So we see the southeast and northeast mostly where we're seeing that, where there was persistent storminess through the pattern. And then we even see some browns there and grays showing up there for a little bit of North Carolina, it appears, and maybe the upper peninsula of Michigan there. That is where we're dealing with 5 to 10 inches of precipitation expected, which is going to be a lot for a 10-day period, obviously. So that's going to be the most of the most precipitation in those types of regions. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to move on and take a look at this upcoming temperature pattern. Here we are taking a look at it, and as you can see, by the time we're reaching this afternoon, we will be dealing with some cooler conditions here for the southeast as well as portions of the upper Midwest. That is what we're dealing with, a lot of warmth out west. And really, it doesn't change too much. We see that by the time we're reaching Sunday, the 17th here, we do see quite a bit of cooler air able to make its way onshore to the west coast as well as portions of the Ohio Valley here. Kind of some random regions there, but overall mostly warmer for the United States as a whole. Let's just take this towards Tuesday afternoon. Not a lot is changing yet. We see that there is some cooler air for some spots where there's some storminess taking place perhaps, but really we're in a very torchy pattern for the most part, actually, believe it or not. I mean, we're dealing with some cooler air again in those stormy regions, but outside of that, we're seeing warmth for most spots. I want to see how this progresses. There's not really much to speak of. Thursday into Friday, we do see cooler air again for the West Coast and for the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes there. But again, still mostly warmer for most everywhere in the United States. We see neutral temperatures to close things out here by the time we're reaching like Sunday, Monday timeframe, 24th, 25th. Also some cooler air here for the southeast still taking place. But again, still, I mean, very warm here for most of the regions outside of those areas I talked about. Very, very warm and actually quite hot here in these brown regions, probably 100 to 110 degrees for those areas in those browns. So huge heat wave expected potentially for those regions. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move on. We're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center for the severe weather outlook. Now we actually have a lot to go over here. First things first, we're taking a look at the categorical outlook for day one here for Friday, July 15th. We have 2 general thunderstorm risk areas there in the lighter greens where we expect general thunderstorms, but again, anything is possible, so heat every watch, warning, and advisory. The 2 darker green regions there, one for Florida and then one there for Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Wyoming. That is where we have marginal risk at severe weather, where we expect isolated severe weather to take place today on Friday, July 15th. And then for the yellow region there in Montana and North Dakota is where we have a slight risk at severe weather, where we do expect some scattered severe weather to potentially take place in there. Now for day 2 here, we have one very, very large general thunderstorm risk there in the lighter green, and that's where we expect general thunderstorms. But again, anything is possible. Heat every watch, warning, and advisory in there. The darker green region there for the plains, the north central United States especially, that's where we have a marginal risk at severe weather. and that's where we expect isolated severe weather to take place there on Saturday, July 16th. Now for day 3 here, we have 2 general thunderstorm risks in the 2 lighter green regions, but that's all we have for day 3. Now we do have some extended outlooks to take a look at, so let's start that out for day 4 here on July 18th. It's going to be Monday. We do have at least a slight risk of severe weather expected there in that yellow region there for Montana and North Dakota. So that's again Monday, July 18th. Now for Tuesday, July 19th, we expect at least a slight risk of severe weather there for that upper Midwest region through the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes there in that yellow area. That's where we at least expect a slight risk there on day 5, Tuesday, July 19th. Anyway, for today's confidence tab, we're remaining at a 4 out of 6. I don't really know what the next thing we're really looking forward towards is, but we will know soon, I guess. There'll probably be a tropical disturbance that'll pop up, over the coming days, and that'll be the next thing we're talking about. For today's patron, highlighted today, I want to thank you all for supporting the channel, but especially our platinum patrons, Bill Crates, James Wade, Dovin Eagle, Larry LePan, Mandy Birchfield, Patrick Strickland, Dave Scott, and Donna Carnes as well. I would also like to thank our diamond patrons, Bill Roberts, Marcus Connolly, Noah Harley, Michael Kudalesa, Catbite, Charles Stinnett, Bill Dallas, Gary's, and John Khaleesi also. I would also like to thank our channel members, Catbite, Stephen Fan, and Jeremy Cox as well. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more weather-related content. I'll see you guys in the next video.